becoming the second biggest expense in U.S. government. And look, I had this chart and I didn't have time. I was going to cross it out again. But I do need to explain one thing because I want to be technically accurate. We're trying to figure out, you'll actually see U.S. debt referred to as publicly held total debt. Publicly held is what goes to auction. That's what you're often worried about because that has the interest rate fragility. That goes out and people bid on it. It's your it might be your pension plan. It might be your savings. It might be some nice family on the other side of the world that walks into their neighborhood bank and says, we want something safe we can get some interest on, and they pull that money and come out and buy a U.S. bond. Then over here is the big number. That's where the 1.2, or my 1.2 number is. So the Treasury, I think a month ago, came out and said their number then was $1,143.6 billion. And with the higher interest rates, I'm just doing a back of the envelope calculation that's higher than that. That's total borrowing. That's when they reach over and borrow the cash out of Social Security. They reach in and borrow the cash out of Medicare Part A. They borrow the cash out of the transportation fund, the railroad retirement fund, all these trust funds out there. Except they got to pay interest on that, and eventually they got to pay it back. And we're actually looking at some weird numbers right now because remember, these trust funds, every month, Social Security has to take all the tax receipts and reach in and grab a little bit of the trust fund